Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for those that made it here on time. We will be starting our webinar now, and as you guys can see the screen, hopefully it does say the top or three of the reasons why your dealership needs to start a YouTube channel today. Today is, of course, inferred. All right, getting into it. Who am I? My name is Duane Clifford, and I'm a digital strategy manager here at PureCars. This is a kind of old picture right now. I actually have a beard and a lot more gray, so that's what's going on with me. And on today's agenda,
Unpause your screen. Unpause your screen. Your screen is paused.
all right, I do apologize. I didn't realize my screen was paused. This was my first webinar, so I do apologize for any confusion. But on today's agenda, we will be speaking to why YouTube matters, of course, the reasons why you should start a YouTube channel, the key takeaways that you would have, and then, of course, any questions that may come up after my presentation. We will share this entire webinar recording with you guys once everything is done, so please look out for that. If you have any questions that come up after that time, please reach out to myself or Liz when you get a chance. All right, so again, why YouTube matters. So again, these are just some facts that we're able to pull from our partners there at YouTube and at Google. So the biggest things that I want you guys to focus on, I'm not going to go through each and every list, is that 6 out of 10 people prefer online video platforms to live TV. So think about that as far as a percentage of the population. Approximately 60% of people at any given time would prefer to watch a video online as opposed to what is traditional television or traditional advertising. So when we speak to our dealers and when we speak to our customers, really, and we find out that a lot of times they're spending quite a bit of money on, television ads and all these different things, maybe locally. YouTube allows the dealer, YouTube allows them to have a platform that people are actually gravitating to, moving forward. And then, of course, as we're going to go into some of the benefits as to why it would be beneficial for them to get onto there, we're going to see exactly how that's going to work out. Another thing that I want you guys to look at as well, so especially for the dealers, is the average age of the people that watch YouTube videos. As we know, we see right here, 80% of the people that watch YouTube videos on an average month are between 18 to 49 years old. Why that's important is because that is really the group of customers that are most likely to buy a vehicle within the next and foreseeable future, especially the younger half of the younger generation that makes up that quota. As they continue to develop, as they continue to grow, they go to college, they go, they graduate from college, they start their own families, that type of things. Their cars and their needs will change. So having that opportunity to service and to provide some information to them on the YouTube platform will definitely be beneficial to any dealership that takes advantage of it. And of course, again, the last point that really kind of stuck out to me was that on mobile alone, YouTube reaches more of that core group, that 18 to 49-year-old group, than any other broadcast or cable TV network. So if we think about that for a second, we have all of these different channels that we probably subscribe to potentially at our homes, every single day. I speak to my older people or whatever, they're constantly watching television, but the majority of the people between that age group, again, prefer to watch TV online, and then of course to do it on a mobile application, whether it be on their iPads, on their cell phones, whatever it may be. They're definitely going more mobile as well. So let's dive into it. So what's in it for you? The reason number one why you as a dealer should start a YouTube channel is cost. YouTube is 100% free. It is 100% free to start your own YouTube channel. And I don't know about you guys, but not too many other mediums or outlets offer you such an opportunity for you to engage with your customers directly, for a free price. Free and marketed traditionally don't go together, but YouTube right now at least is 100% free for a dealer or for anybody else to really start their own YouTube channel to get their messaging out there. All right, and as far as going back to that, I did have another point, I'm sorry, on the cost part of it. So if we think about, what we spend on what your dealers traditionally spend their money on as far as, with advertising, with marketing, we think about, campaigns that we were run for them, other people that they may be engaging with. This is the only, avenue as we know of right now, besides of course the SEO and the organic searches that are always going to be built into there. YouTube allows them to go even further down into that organic flow. So as far as a reach is concerned, as where our campaigns, are based on location targeted areas, there's some kind of a limit to what we can do, whether it be with search, display, or social on YouTube, because there are no barriers, there are no territories, anything like that that's stopping a dealer from, reaching somebody that's looking for their information. It's definitely something that they should take advantage of. All right, and getting into the second part, the branding. Now, this is really, really big for myself, and especially for any dealer. When you think about what the YouTube channel allows you, it gives you an opportunity to have your own brand and to exactly expand upon the brand that you have already in your market, and of course continue to grow and continue to try to capture new customers as you continue to grow on YouTube. So on YouTube, you can expand upon the the commercial that you're running right now, the radio stuff that you're doing on the radio right now as well. So it gives you more of a branded and a complete coverage area, so to speak, with both your internet searches that you're doing, the video campaigns you may be running, whether it be on television, whether it be on social media, and of course what we have with ourselves here at PureCars, we do offer some video, advertising options on YouTube as well. So everything kind of works together. Again, like I said, the branding, and I will share a couple examples of what I mean by good YouTube branding in a second, but it gives you a chance to really and truly set yourself apart from your competition that may be, that may be selling the same type of vehicles that you are. And so if we think about branding, again, it allows you to showcase your brand. So in this example right here, Herb Chambers Honda of Seekonk is what the dealership is called. You look at their YouTube page is set up, and it has different types of videos that they're going through. So everything is segmented. It gives you an idea of what their brand is about, and that again is one of the greatest opportunities that you have once you do start your own YouTube channel, is really and truly setting yourself apart from the competition. Another example to look at is here at Wesley Chapel Honda. So let's look at comparing the two. If we go back to Herb Chambers Honda of Seekonk, their page is a lot more organized. You can tell they have different types of reviews, different types of video playlists and everything set up. But if we look at Wesley Chapel Honda, there's a little bit more simple. It's right to the videos, but they also do still have a branded play on here. If you look at very carefully where that arrow shows, it does kind of give you an idea of what their dealership stands for when you look at that nationwide lifetime warranty, unlimited time, unlimited miles. So again, the YouTube channel gives you an opportunity to really and truly brand yourself, to let people know what you're all about, and of course continue to build upon their, if they know about you from them being in your market area, or if they're brand new customers and they're going to try to find out about you because of a search that they were doing on YouTube. Oh, sorry. All right. So again, as far as facts on YouTube, the big part, number 3 reason that you should get on YouTube is the engagement piece of things. So did you know, and this really stuck out to me, is that YouTube is the second largest search engine on the internet. So we think about, when we were thinking about searching for anything, we know Google is a verb at this point. It's, when we think about Google, we think about a search engine. And for YouTube to be the number 2 or the second largest search engine right after Google, that should then tell you exactly why it is important for you to have a space, to have a voice, to have an opportunity to connect with your customers on that platform, especially since it's free. So it is the second largest search engine behind Google, and the 3rd most visited site after Google and Facebook. So 3rd most visited site. So it's Google, YouTube, Facebook, probably in some kind of order. Maybe they changed it depending on the day or time, but those are your top 3 websites. And that again speaks to the importance of it. And then another thing is 400 hours of videos uploaded to YouTube every minute. And that number itself is really, really huge for me, especially on a minute basis. But, since I am a YouTube contributor myself, and shameless plug, you guys definitely want to check out both of my channels that I have right now. Check it out, The Culture and The Family Clifford. want to continue to grow on there as well. So you guys can get an idea of what I'm doing to brand myself on YouTube in 2 different avenues, going to sneakers, and then of course we're family related. But back to the actual the topic at hand. We do watch over 1 billion hours of YouTube videos a day, and that of course is more than Netflix and Facebook video combined. So when you think about how much time you spend on Netflix or your family members spend on Netflix, 1 billion hours of YouTube videos a day, it makes sense for you as a dealer, as a person, as a business owner, to allow yourself to give yourself a chance of capturing some of that YouTube traffic that is definitely out there. And as you can see, more than half of the YouTube views come, again, going back to that mobile device that we had spoken about on the branding piece and on the other slide. More than half of the YouTube views come from mobile devices. That's your cell phones, that's your iPads, that's things where people are constantly on the move. And if their average mobile session lasts 40 minutes, one would think that you would want to at least get at least 2 or 3, maybe 5 minutes of that 40-minute average viewing time by having your content available to be viewed, because you can't fish or you can't capture any fish where the fish aren't. So you have to definitely fish where the fish are. And if all of the fish, the virtual fish at least, are on YouTube by being the 2nd largest search engine, and in the example that you see on the screen here, somebody's doing a search for 2019 whatever it is, just giving yourself an opportunity really and truly is the most vital piece of information that I can really share with you as far as why it's important to at least be there when your competition may not be. All right. And then of course, another thing with consumer engagement, it gives you a chance to really and truly differentiate what your dealership is about. And it gives you an opportunity to connect directly with your customers. Most of the time when you have a campaign, when you're doing your advertising, it's kind of hard to figure out, okay, what's working and what is not. And YouTube gives you that opportunity to have that engagement and that feedback directly from your customers. You would have access to, and it's not listed here, but you would have access to an analytics portal basically that shows you, the different, videos that were looked at, how much time people spent looking at your videos, and it really gives you an insight into what your customers are looking for, so that you can continue to build upon that information and continue to give them exactly what they would need, and hopefully that will turn into somebody coming into your store to potentially look at a car and potentially make that sale for you guys as well. And I want to share with you guys just a couple of examples of different types of video content ideas that would help that engagement. So what you see on the screen right now is just 4 different types of content that is that's on different dealerships with YouTube pages. So the first one there is coming from the Drive Wheaton TV. Now, Wheaton Automotive Group, I believe, is an automotive group that we have here, and they have their entire, that is called Drive Wheaton TV, and it's an entire group of dealerships that are under this Wheaton television umbrella, so to speak. And what they do is they actually produce all of the videos for their dealerships, and the dealers have their own individual YouTube channels that they can take and use videos and stuff like that. So that's what that top video is, that top one is kind of showing. But also you see Ricard is promoting their dealership event. I think that was it looks like a Christmas party that they had. And then of course below it does go through, that's the more the traditional the reviews of the car specifications on a 2019 Corolla, and then of course the tips that are also shared by the group Subaru group there on the bottom. So a variety of ways that you can have consumer or customer engagement and content for your consumers to really and truly digest. It's really up to your imagination and the amount of sweat equity that you want to put into your YouTube channel. All right, I'm going to share with you a couple more videos, again, showing the different ways that you can utilize the space and the opportunity that YouTube provides. And the first one right here is going to be a comparison video, and it's coming from our friends at Country Chevrolet on their YouTube channel. So just take a look at it.
Hey guys, Steve Carter here at Country Chevrolet. I'm here to bring you this week's pick of the week. I have standing behind me 2 brand new 2019 Silverado 1500s, the all new body style. On my right here, I have the RST model, and on my left, I have the LT Z71 trim level. I'm here to explain some of the differences between these 2 trucks, because we've been getting a lot of questions about what the RST model is.
All right, and I got it. I don't want to go through. It's a 2.5 minute to almost 3 minute long video. So it just, again, gives you an idea of the potential of what you can do as a dealership, on your YouTube channel. In this particular example here, this dealer is showing off the difference between the two different trim levels that he gets a lot of questions on. So this is a great use of the platform that they have. If they know that their consumers are constantly coming in or calling in asking for the difference, you put that information out there so that when somebody does a search, they can get right to it. And again, of course, get that information. And hopefully, because you were the dealership that provided it to them, they want to come see you at Country Chevrolet for that truck. This next example here is coming again from our friends at Drive Wheaton Television. Now, this one is a different approach. This one is more playing to the heartstrings of a parent like myself, where we're concerned about our new teenage driver getting out there. And, some of the different technology tips that they're going to provide here are very, very helpful. So I want to share that as well.
Hey, I'm Kyle from Drive Wheaton TV with another quick tip. Most vehicles from General Motors come with a safety system that helps keep the parents at ease when the kids take the keys. Let's go over teen driver technology and how it works. To set up the system, go to...
All right, so you guys get, what the idea that I'm speaking about. So 2 different YouTube channels, 2 different dealerships, but again, it gives you an opportunity to see the way that the platform can be used most effectively. All right. Sorry about that. And of course, this is another 2 examples. Again, the bottom one comes from Reichart. It's giving you more of an example of what a more technical review of some of the electric cars that are coming out. Some of the myths rather about electric cars. So again, all these other 3 videos are very, very insightful, very, very helpful, very, very informative. But there's another way that you can use your YouTube channel besides just being very, very informative. You can be very informal and kind of get that engagement from your consumers in an ads in a video such as this here from Groove Subaru. It's just definitely very special to the people there in Colorado.
Home. It's where we feel safe. It's where we know people. And where people know us. Really know us. Home is love.
So you see those different examples, again, of the way that you can use the videos that are on your YouTube channel. Again, it helps you build your brand. It gives you that exposure that you would need. And again, it's at a free cost to you, the dealer, or anybody else who sets up their own YouTube channel. You can do all of this stuff yourself. And it's definitely something very, very effective. The last example that I want to show with you guys here is, where did I get out of this? Okay. So the last example I want to show you guys here is just a more traditional walk around video of actual car that the dealer has. So this particular dealership is from Hendrick Hendrick Honda in Easley, South Carolina, and they're showing off the new 2018 Honda Accord. The reason why this video or videos like this is important is because a lot more millennials and the Generation Zs, I believe is what they're called after the millennials, but a lot of them are not coming into the dealership, as we all know. They're not calling and they're not doing any kind of internet form fills as they once were. These type of videos really help with those type of consumers, because they want to do a virtual test drive before they even get into the dealership. So by the time they get to the dealership, they know exactly which car they're looking at, how much it's going to cost them potentially, what color it's going to be. Everything that they would need to know is going to be already there at their fingertips, and a video like this allows them to see that as well.
Here at Hendrick Honda Easley, we pride ourselves to give world-class service. Right now, we're going to do a walk around with the new 2018 Honda Accord. This is the 2.0 turbo. This is the touring. We have some accessories put on this. What I'll just do for this year is the
All right, and if you compare that experience of doing, because to me this is more or less a VDP, just a live VDP, somebody actually showing you the cars, and as opposed to the more traditional view that we're used to, which is what we have right here. Now, there's nothing wrong with this VDP. It's very effective, it's very clear, the pictures are nice, the price is there, everything is there. But as far as the experience of a consumer who is already on YouTube, who's already doing their searches on YouTube, that we know based on the information that we have, why not give them an opportunity to see that actual car moving as they go, and really get a chance to see themselves or picture themselves in it. So it's definitely very, very effective in accomplishing that goal as well. And I would advise any dealer that has an opportunity to. You see that particular example that we shared, it wasn't done with a fancy production team. It was done probably with a sales guy and a phone, camera phone to that, or it might have been iPhone, Android, whatever it is. But something simple, something effective that will get that engagement from your customers is all you really need. All right, so some key takeaways again that I wanted to touch on before we go. Again, these are not all of the reasons that you should start a YouTube channel by any means. There are millions of probably myriad reasons that you should start your YouTube channel, but these are some of the top reasons why. And again, because it's free marketing for your dealership. Nowhere else can you get free marketing. Nowhere else. There's always going to be some kind of string that is attached. But this YouTube platform allows you to get free marketing for your dealership. You can use stuff that you already have from your television commercials, from your search ads, maybe even your display ads as well. You can use everything that you have already as far as paraphernalia and information about your dealership to build it into your YouTube channel. As far as what we can do here along with your YouTube channel, our products here at PureCars definitely allow you to continue that messaging that you have from your television commercials to your search campaigns that you're running, to the video campaigns that we can run for you, as well as the social campaigns and display campaigns. Everything that we can do here on our side will definitely help push your YouTube channel even further, because everything becomes more circular and more effective that way if all of the messages is consistent. And then of course it helps you build awareness with your potential customers that already know about your dealership, and then maybe with some new people that may not have been aware of your dealership. Personally, I'm looking for a new 2018 Honda Accord 2.0 T Touring. And that's why I started looking on YouTube to see what they look like, trying to figure out what those features are, so I can decide for myself what trim level do I want to get. Having a YouTube channel, that particular dealership that I shared with you guys, the Easley Honda, because they had it, if I was living in that area, it's potentially that I would go there to get my car, because I was able to see it. I was able to get a really good idea of what the car looks like in quote unquote in real life, and then make my decision from there. And finally, of course, that's the big piece of engaging with your customers while they do their research on their purchases. I mean, there's no better reason than that. So with as many opportunities as as YouTube provides you, to interact with your consumers, having your inventory displayed on a YouTube channel is basically a no-brainer. It doesn't cost you anything. And truth be told, if you get to a big enough level on YouTube, whether you have, I think right now the rules are if you have over 1,000 subscribers and maybe 100,000 views, you can actually start making money from YouTube. Think about that. Think about an investment of your sweat equity, your time, your overall just gumption and stick-to-itiveness, and then being paid for that, as well as marketing your brand and your dealership. I mean, to me, it makes all the sense in the world to get that started. It's not something that is hard to do. As you can see myself, I mean, I do it in my spare time right now with 2 different channels, so everybody can definitely do it with just a little bit more effort. All right, we do that's actually the end of my webinar. Sorry for stumbling through parts of it, but if there are any questions, I'll take them right now at this point. All right, so we did have some questions here. All right, so how often should we produce videos for our channel? So that the frequency with which you produce videos for your channel, honestly, is up to you, the individual that's running the channel. The advice is always to have as many uploads as possible, and upload as often as possible. So when I say that, I say, so if you have a consistent upload schedule, so whether it be a daily upload schedule, whether it be weekly, just make sure it's consistent, and just make sure that the people that are looking for your content are able to do so without any issues. So it's really and truly as much as you would like to produce. If you have somebody that's dedicated to it, if you hire somebody that is, all their job is going to be is to shoot individual videos for vehicles, then you can produce videos every single day and definitely grow that way. Another question is there a big time commitment to doing this? Again, this kind of goes into the first question. Again, it really depends on how much you want to get out of it. As we know, just from living life, you get as much as you put into anything. Anything that you put a lot of effort into generally works out in your favor. So my advice is, as you grow your channel, as much time as you can commit to it, the better, because as you will see, because you have access to analytics in YouTube itself, you have access to getting that direct feedback from your consumers, you can make adjustments and really you can even time your video releases to when it's most optimal for your consumer to be there by the information that you have access to. So it's really as much as you would like to invest in there as far as time commitment. All right. What types of videos get the most engagements? And that was from one of our viewers, Roxanne. Roxanne, thanks for the question. What types of videos? So honestly, again, I think that depends on what type of search we're doing. So in my case, if we were just looking at cars or whatever, I would assume that the cars, the actual models, like those walkarounds that we showed, showcasing the actual vehicle and that type of stuff, they probably get a lot of the views as far as on a vehicle level. But it really depends on what people are searching for at that time. So I would suggest, if I was a dealer, I would suggest having as much of my inventory, especially new cars, if it's a new model like the 2018 Honda Accord or the new Camry that's coming out, or so I'm just quoting all these family sedans because I have 3 kids, but any type of stuff like that's what I would promote, and definitely that's what people will be searching for. You can probably, if I was a savvy dealer, I would probably use my search. If I have a search campaign going on, I would use my search campaign information, my Google Analytics information to figure out, okay, what are most people searching for, and mirror that to my YouTube video release. That'll be my advice. Another question. What types of videos will PureCars produce other than branding or incentive videos? So right now, we don't produce any other videos besides those type for our customers right now, because I'm assuming you're maybe asking about us potentially taking over a YouTube page for a customer. It's just not feasible at this point for us because of the amount of time it would require, and like a whole team of people. It's a great idea though, something that we definitely I think we might have thought about, but as of right now, the only type of videos that we as PureCars would produce would be those branding or incentive videos that would go part of the video campaign. Any other questions? So thank you very much, Roxanne, for both of those questions as well. All right. If I don't have any other questions, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I do thank you guys for taking the time to listen to my voice and me stumble through some of these pages that I went over perfectly yesterday. But if you have any questions, feel free to contact Liz, lizf@purecars.com, or you can hit me up directly. Mine is DwayneC@purecars.com, and I'll be glad to answer as many questions as possible related to this topic. We will have a follow-up email coming out pretty soon after this, and we'll also be shooting a follow-up video that's going to make it even shorter and sweeter for you guys to share with your customers if they're interested, or if they want to know why they should probably invest in a YouTube channel. So I thank you for taking the time to listen to me, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the rest of your afternoon. Bye-bye.